welcome back to my channel, Crafting with Cami. I hope you're ready for Christmas, because I sure am. Today I'm going to be walking through my December daily thought process. I did a December daily back in 2022, and I haven't done one since. That was my one and only. Last year, I was kind of in a funk, and I didn't even decorate for Christmas. So this year, the December daily is going to force me to get out my decorations and go do those festivities that I used to always do. I'm hoping that I can do a little bit each day and record the progress for you. So I'm hoping to have a video out more than twice a week. Right now, I'm posting every Tuesday and Friday. In December, I'm hoping to have even more videos coming your way just to get through my December daily. As you know, I don't like unfinished projects. I don't like having things unscrapped. So my hope is to have my December daily done by the end of December. It might go into January. I'm not sure what this is going to look like yet. And December is always a busy month. You never know how much time you're going to have to craft. So that's my hope. We'll see what happens. As far as the book itself, I've been watching a lot of videos and I have some creative ideas, but I don't know how they're going to implement. I would like to do some of the origami meets scrapbooking type interactive scrapbooks. So that's what I'm hoping is origami meets scrapbooking for this. It will be a 6x8. I already have the book purchased. I got one of the 6x8 albums from Close to My Heart before they closed. So that's what I'll be using. I do have page protectors, but again, I want it to be interactive. So some of the papers and pictures may not be in page protectors. I am going to stick with one collection this year. If my antlers here don't give it away, my collection that I have chosen this year is Reindeer Days from Stampin' Up! So I'm hoping to use all of the reindeer papers, and there's some really usable ones too if you don't want to just use the reindeer. I think they're super cute. And so Reindeer Days will be my collection, plus I'm bringing in stamps from Close to My Heart, from my stash of stamps and die cuts, plus Stampin' Up! Stamps and die cuts. So I'm using a little bit of everything. I don't have all of Stampin' Up's inks, so I will be using ink from my stash that coordinate with the paper collection. And behind me, it looks like chaos. It looks like a disaster, but it is organized chaos. So I have my paper cutter and some specialty papers ready here. And I'll turn the camera around and show you closer. This is going to be shaky, but I have my 3 paper cutters, my adhesive here, and then these are the specialty paper. I have some silver foil. My decorations are silver, red, green, so I thought silver would be a good accent paper to go with for the pictures I'm most likely going to have. This is the, this is not in the right bag. This is the Graceful Greenery, and it has the vellum and the designer papers. This is the vellum, so I thought maybe I'd want to bring in some of that white, some of the sprigs, so I wasn't quite sure. I don't have any of these cut out yet, but I think I might bring some of those in. This is another pack of the Reindeer Days DSP. I wasn't sure how many packs I would need for this project, so I got 2. I can always order more, but and if I have extra, I can make cards out of them too. So I haven't opened this one yet. This will be my backup for when my other one is empty. This is green glitter paper. This is Close to My Heart, the pine color. I don't have any glitter paper or glimmer paper from Stampin' Up! Yet, but I thought the pine color would go good with Reindeer Days. So I have that. And then I have some white glitter paper from Close to My Heart. So I thought snowflakes. I don't know what else. So white glitter paper too. So those are kind of my specialty papers that I might end up including into my December daily. I hope that this month brings you a ton of inspiration and helps you to use your products for your projects. I do want to mention that throughout this December daily, I will be shrinking some sketches. So I will be taking some 12x12 sketches and making them into the 6x8. And I'm hoping that me showing you the 6x8, even if you don't do that size, that you can stretch it and create a 12x12 layout. So don't be narrow-minded. If you're not doing a December daily this year, watch these videos, get inspiration. You don't have to use Christmas-themed paper. You don't have to use Christmas-themed stamps. You can make summer layouts. You can do vacation layouts with these ideas and use your papers, make them your size. You can print your pictures larger, smaller, depending on what size book you're doing. So I hope this month, because I am posting a lot of videos this month, hopefully. That is my goal. Depending on how busy December is, I'm hoping to have pictures printed for you guys, but I'm not sure how that's going to look. I may have some naked layouts to share with you guys just for the process, and then I might go add my pictures at a later time. But I have my printer set up, ready to go here, so hopefully I can print and scrapbook in real time for you. And then I have all of my adhesives and some enamel effects, my glue, my palette knives. So there's a little key. I might do some mixed media in this book. I cleared everything off that I'm not going to use. Extra products that I don't think I'm going to use for this project, I put on my back shelves. So if I need them, they're easy to access, but they're not in my way, in my line of sight, creating clutter in my head, because that happens easily. I have my embossing machine, die cut machine here. And then I went through all of my stamps and die cuts and pulled out any winter ones, any Christmas ones, any that I think might work good for December daily. Not all of my layouts are going to be Christmas. We're going to have some that are just winter themed. So those are in here, ready to go. These are my Stampin' Up! Ones for Reindeer Days and just my newer products that I for sure want to use and include. And then I also brought in some of these are the Spotlight on Nature dies. You see me use these all the time, along with my tags and tabs and some more circles and just usable shapes that will help my clusters come together easier. So I have those easy access right up front here. So when I'm crafting and I'm stuck on an embellishment cluster, I can come reach for these. And then, yeah, all of my other ones back there. Here are the coordinating inks that go along with this paper collection. So these are close to my heart. I don't have Stampin' Up! Inks yet. So these are the coordinating colors that go with their paper, the closest I can get to matching them. The collections I'm using is the Reindeer Days. So these are the two-toned cardstock that coordinate with Reindeer Days. And I am so excited that Stampin' Up! Is bringing in two-tone cardstock. So they don't have all of their colors two-toned yet, but they are bringing those in. So one side is the true color, and then we have a more muted, lighter shade of that. Can you even see this? This is really hard to hold for the camera. Okay, so super excited that I have two tones to work with for all of those. These are the pattern papers. And then moving on to, oh my goodness, you can't even see it. Let me pull it over. I have a vegetable tray that spins. And I've already gone through and started playing with my stamps and die cuts. And I've stamped out a whole bunch. I've fussy cut some from the pattern papers. I am ready to rumble. I have embellishments at my fingertips, so as I'm crafting, hopefully I don't get caught up on the embellishing process and I can just have fun with it. So this is kind of the behind the scenes prep work of my December daily. Things might change. I'm going to have to stamp some more. I'm going to have to die cut some more. Everything is not completely ready, but I thought this would be a good start so I don't have so much to do when I'm trying to get these videos out to you guys. This book is Stampin' Up! This is a Project Life book, and I've had it for many, many, many years. I got it just as someone handed it down to me. They're like, I'm not going to use this, here, you can have it. So I just threw it in my craft room. It sat there for many years. In 2022, I decided I'm going to do a December daily. So I just decided to go through my craft room and see what I had, and I found this book, this Project Life book. And I thought, that would be a good size for a December daily, and it doesn't have to be anything special, like it doesn't have to match my other ones or anything like that. So I decorated the front cover and made it my December daily, not knowing that, 2 years later, I was going to join Stampin' Up. So this is a Stampin' Up book. I believe they're still available on the website, so if you're interested in having one similar to this, I will have that linked down below. But this is so old, they've probably changed the style or something. I don't know. So without further ado, grab your cup of coffee, grab your hot cocoa, and let's go ahead and spin this camera around and see the disaster behind me. Here's the printer I'm going to be using and my December daily from 2022 that we'll walk through. My adhesives, my die cut. I always have a thing of washi tape, so when I'm die cutting, I can tape those down, and you can see I reuse them, so I have some up here. These are all my Christmas die cuts, and yeah, stamps. Hopefully we'll do some baking, so I have some of the baking ones back here. These are my Stampin' Up dies and stamps. For specific, so like these are the Reindeer Fun that goes with the collection, and then just some of the other Christmas labels and some of their newer ones. We drink a lot of coffee in the winter, so I have my Latte Love down here. These are the coordinating stamps and all of my pens and tweezers and scissors and whatnot. I have my stamp chamois ready. This little garbage has all of my numbers pre-ready for me. I used silver embossing, heat embossing. So I have all of my numbers ready to go. I thought that was going to be slick, just have it ready at my fingertips. This is the mess I made earlier when I said everything was tipping. So I have some twine that'll coordinate, my coordinating gems. I went through all my gems and just pulled the ones that I thought coordinated well with this project. So this is funny. This is from the Reindeer Fun. Let me pull that out here. So in the Reindeer Fun die cuts, there's this leaf, and it's supposed to be a holly leaf. So you cut this out in green, you cut your berries out. There's berries somewhere right here. You cut your berries out in red, and then you layer those on top, so it creates holly. Well, I cut it out in red and green. I did some green leaves too. So I cut it out in red, cut it out in green for the little leaf back there, made my own poinsettia, and then I just added some enamel effects to the center of those. So I created my own little poinsettias using that. They're not perfect because the holly leaves are different sizes and whatnot, but I think they turned out pretty cute. What do you think? I fussy cut and die cut some of the papers. So let me show you the paper here. The dies coordinate with the pattern paper as well. So it cuts out a few of the deer on these two for sure. I think those are the only two that have that. So a couple of both the mama and baby and this one coordinate with the pattern paper. So I went through and I cut out those, plus I fussy cut some that I thought I might want to use as well. I created a whole bunch of these little guys using those dies. And what else do I have down here? This is kind of my reindeer section. I just stamped and die cut some, thinking I didn't want all the color and all of them matching on every layout. So here's one from the pattern paper. And then here's one that I stamped and die cut. And I could always come in with some tri-blend markers too and add some shading. So this is my little reindeer bin. Aren't they so cute? I love these. I made a whole bunch of them. Okay, in my next tray, I have the little wreaths that cut out from the Reindeer Fun. This is from my stash, these pine cones, and I did a few in just different shades of brown. I wasn't sure if I'd want light or dark, so I just made a bunch. I cut out the bells in foil paper, that silver foil. I stamped and die cut these types of bells using Reindeer Fun. This is just extra stuff that I thought might go good with this project. So some embossed paper all ready to go. Oh, and my ribbon is in the center here too. So I have some cobbler ribbon and some glitter ribbon. What's that called? Shimmer trim from close to my heart. Okay, we have some just from, my stash. I had already cut those out for other projects, and I thought they'd go good on this one. This looks like chaos, but these came out of those little wreaths, and I thought, why not throw them away? Like, why throw them away? You might get a use for those. I cut a whole bunch of these little bows in different colored papers. I cut out these lights in different colors. So I have the light green, dark green, red, silver, and I can cut them apart and layer them to add, patterns so that it's not all silver. I can kind of layer them on top of each other and do a silver bulb, a green bulb, a silver bulb, a green bulb. So I cut a whole bunch of those, cut a whole bunch of presents and their bows. So I wasn't sure, once I get crafting, if I need a little more red on the layout, I can bring in a red present with a green bow. If I need a little more green in that corner, I can do a green present with a red bow. So I just have a lot of options down here, and I cut some out in the silver too. The next section is all of my sprigs. So I have standalone sprigs. I have some that I stamped and thin cut. I just have a ton of sprigs in here. If we dig deeper, there's different styles of sprigs, different sizes. Some of them are from my stash. Some of them are from Stampin' Up. So all of those are sprigs. And the last section here is all trees, all pine trees. So I have some that are just die cuts. I have some that are stamped and dyed. I even have one that's fussy cut right here from paper. I thought that could go on like a corner of a page. Don't waste the pieces that aren't complete. You can always tuck or put them on the edges. What else do I have? I have this style. I can't grab it. I have this style pine tree. So this is just all of my pine trees in multiple sizes and multiple styles. I thought I'd give you a close-up of the Reindeer Days collection. So here are the coordinating cardstocks, two-toned. Let me turn one over for you here so you can kind of see they're all that way. And I've already cut into a few of them, making my sprigs and whatnot. So super cool that you can get the coordinating cardstock. The colors are Early Espresso, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Pecan Pie, and Real Red. So those are what's in the Reindeer Days DSP. They're all double-sided. I already have them flipped over, so that's the back of that one there. But we have these beautiful presents. We have reindeers with these little cardinals. Reindeer with the little cardinals. And you could easily fussy cut these out with the little hats, because these ones that come in the die cuts, they don't have little hats. So if you want little hats, you could easily die cut that or fussy cut that. The presents are easily fussy cuttable. Fussy cuttable? Yeah, that's a word. We have some holly. We have these little reindeer with the green background, Christmas lights, the reindeer with Christmas trees, kind of a bluer background, icy, snowy. I love it. We have some plaid, very usable. This one is all little trees. We have the bells, and then this one has snowmen and the reindeer slipping and sliding. Like, that'd be super cute to fussy cut out too. Pulling the little rabbit on the sleigh, building snowmen. They're so cute. And then there's this one, which I've already cut into fussy cutting these out. So he's putting the tree together with this cardinal. This one's drinking coffee. Isn't that the cutest? I might have to fussy cut him out too. And yeah, just very cute reindeer. And then this one, they're all kind of galloping around. I fussy cut a bunch of them out, as you can see. But I'm not just devoting this to fussy cutting the reindeer. I think if I wanted to use this, I could cut it here and have a straight edge. You know, I could, it's very usable still. I don't have any plans for this book yet. I don't know what type of layouts. I haven't started playing around with paper yet, so I really don't know where these layouts are gonna go. But I have high hopes. Like I said, I want to do origami meets scrapbooking. So hopefully my thoughts in my head can be implemented into this. Let's go ahead and do a flip through of my 2022 December daily. I know this year is going to be way different, so it'll be fun to kind of go down memory lane. I had done a weather scrapping in 2022, and each layout I added what the weather did that day. So here I have what it did in December. So for January, I did what the weather did that day. For February, I did. So this is my December. I don't think I've shown you my weather scrapping album yet, but I did that in 2022. So I carried it over to my December daily. So this is just showing the days. So on December 2nd, it snowed. I stamped every time it snowed. Here it snowed again. Here it really snowed for a few days. And then it didn't snow a day, and then it snowed, and then it didn't snow for 2 days. And then I have my key in my other album with all of the months. So that key says what these temperatures mean. It's kind of like a weather blanket. If you're curious on how I did that, I can definitely share that in a different video, but I carried it over to my December daily because I did weather scrapping in the other album. So my first page, I just have our Christmas tree. December of 2022, I did do our decorations. I put up our tree. We celebrated everything for Christmas. 2023 is when it's just my husband and I. So we didn't really see the point in putting up the tree for us. We were kind of in a funk. We go through our Scrooge phase. So we didn't do decorations last year, but I am so excited to get back into it. So day one, project one, we were putting up our tree. I made a charcuterie board and we just played cards. Yes, my tags are naked. This was me at work drinking coffee, and Colin at work playing pool on their phone. We work hard. Day 3, my Dane wanted my husband to sit on her lap, obviously. We were going through our album, one of my scrapbook albums, and I went and visited some friends. Day 5, this collection was, it's all one collection that I used throughout this entire book, which excites me. But I got this from like Hobby Lobby or something. So it all coordinates, and it even came with these numbers, which I thought was awesome. But I think it only went through 25. So then after 25, I get creative with my numbers. So day 6, and it even had these pocket cards. And I just took some close-up pictures of my ornaments, and here's our little mantle all decorated, my nutcrackers down here. Instead of doing a gingerbread house, my husband and I put together one of those wooden log cabins. So we painted and stained the cabin. We used spackling for the roof. We bought some lights to go around it. There's even a little Christmas tree in there. We wrapped some twine around. It's really hard to see the detail, but instead of a gingerbread house that you throw away each year, we put this one out each year. It's kind of like a permanent gingerbread house. So I thought that was fun. My Dane's snuggling with me. She's such a little snuggle bug. This year, she was so odd. She would sit up on her bed. Yes, we had a bed for them. She would sit up on her bed and eat from her dish. So she's just special. We went on some snow hikes. We went out for some nautical bowl. If you don't have a nautical bowls, So good. More of the dogs, my husband being goofy. Here we're doing some baking. We do a lot of baking in December, so you'll see more of that. More baking, more baking. Oh my goodness. And I was super simple on embellishments. I used a bunch of pine trees, snowflakes, tags. I need to find that tag. Oh, I think those were punch outs. I don't think I have one that size, but tags are super easy to make. You can just cut a rectangle, cut the corners off, bada bing, bada boom. So I might have to make some tags that size to go into this year, so that's a good idea. More baking. Our friend's baby was born. It was my brother-in-law's birthday, so we went out for drinks. Here's a sundog. Our corner downstairs always freezes, so took a picture of that, and then we all got like weather alerts on our phone. Went out for rolled ice cream. We have way too much sugar in December. Maybe that's something I need to learn from this, is not so much sugar this year. Here is our annual cookie day where we bake and bake and bake with my mother-in-law, and then my father-in-law stops over and steals some of the cookies. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do that again this year. I didn't have another picture, so I just put happy holidays and added some of those tags and just filled that space. But I had too many photos that I couldn't just leave it. Here's my birthday, December 23rd. I'm a Christmas baby, so I got my tiramisu. We went out for supper. We watched Klaus. I love that movie so much. And we went and got coffee. We did a lot. I don't know why I look like that. Oh, and it was blizzarding and the interstate closed on us. So I journaled about that too, how the interstate was closed and it was -7 degrees on my birthday. I do want to document my the weather this year closer, like take some screenshots of what the weather's doing and when the interstates do close and all of that. So I think that would be super fun. My grandma made us a card and I thought it would be special to have her signature in there. So I like having those little, this was the card she sent actually with us drinking coffee. We did watch some Christmas movies and we read How the Grinch Stole Christmas together. We were watching Elf. So it was super fun. We went and visited my family, which has, that's her dog. Here's Christmas. So we went out, we went to church on the 24th, it says. So that's my husband all dressed up for church. The Dane's obviously coming with us. And then December 25th is when we went over to my in-laws. And we played some games and hung out there. And then the 26th and 29th is just daily life. It was pretty cool. My husband painted this, and this guy has a really popular YouTube channel, and he was showing off my husband's paintings. So had to get that in there. So the 31st is actually when we celebrated Christmas with my side since they're out of town, and we did cookie decorating. So Colin and I whipped up a whole bunch of cookies and frostings, and the frosting was not the right consistency. There were so many laughs. It was so funny. We were all just having a good time decorating cookies. And I love how simple I was here. I did a diagonal, so 2 different pattern papers. That would be a good one to remember for my next layout too. And here, just super simple, lots of room for journaling. More of the cookie decorating. More of the cookie decorating. And I was really using up all my scraps too. I added in some solid paper. So there's no interactive, other than a few flip-flops here and there, there's no interactive elements in this book, and I really want my next one to have more interactive elements and kind of origami, like I said. Here's all our cookies. I have a lot of pictures from that, but luckily it was the last day. It was the 31st, so I could fill the rest of the book up. And then Happy New Year. And look at this. I have room for even more. These hold a lot. So I did all the way through 31, and there's still more room in here. So I do like the Project Life by Stampin' Up. I do like that for December Daily. You have plenty of room to add even more pages. So this is nothing like what I'm doing this year. This was December 2022. I hope that brought you some inspiration. It helped me see what I do want to do more of. Like, I love these paper folds and stuff, and I did some paper tearing back here. And my titles, like using the die cuts. So definitely elements I want to bring over to this year's, but yeah, I don't like how that looks. It looks like I sanded it. So I used dies to cut this out, and then I took my sanding paper and went over to reveal the white core, and then I inked around it. So I don't like how that looks. Let's not do that in this year's. I hope you guys are excited. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you doing a December daily this year? I'm really excited for it, and I think it'll help me to get into the festivities and kind of get into the Christmas spirit, because sometimes I struggle with that, to be honest. I struggle with Christmas every once in a while. But I love all the colors. I love all the lights. So I'm excited for Christmas this year, and I hope you are too. I am super excited to dive into this December daily. And stay tuned, even if you're not doing a December daily, come back and see how you can implement these techniques. And I don't know what else I'm going to be doing, to be honest, but hopefully it brings you inspiration and you can take that and use it for your project. So even if you're not doing a 6x8, you can still do it, these ideas in a 12x12 or whatever size you scrapbook in. I'm hoping that my videos are minimal editing. They might end up being longer in the month of December. I don't know that I'll have time to sit down and edit as much. So they may be, you know, diarrhea mouth. Whatever comes out, you get. So month of December, I don't know what you're going to get. You might get unedited footage. But that's just how it's going to go. I'm hoping to get these videos out quick. So until next time, live a life worth scrapping, because you're going to have a lot to scrapbook in December. Bye, guys. As it's dumping. Okay, I'm going to leave that. Why does this say 26? I don't even know. And then 23, 26, 24, 25, 26. Oh, I think I turned 26. Oh my gosh, that's not the day. That's my year. I turned 26 in 2022. Okay.